Bismillah, Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we'll be talking about maintaining a database and querying a database. So, so first of all, we'll try to find some records and we'll try to modify it and then we'll show how to delete it. Then we'll be working on some hiding and unhiding fields and then some more queries. So let's try to find a record from a table. So we'll try to use a search method. So for searching, we'll be using like a find command. Let's open a visit table. Now in this visit table, I want to search for a value that is like visit ID 1638. So what I can do is I can just click Control F, and then now if you see here, it is asking me, would you like to look into the current document or current field? It's up to you. You can pick any of them. So if you pick current document, then what it will do, it will find in all columns, okay? And is it a whole field or a part of a field or the beginning of the field, okay? So this is also, you can fix it. So what I'm trying to do is I'll go for the whole field and then I can say, okay, I'm searching for 1638. So if I press enter or find next, it will search and it will say, okay, this is the one. Now, I want to delete this record. So the simplest way is you can just click on the delete, you see here, and then you say delete records. If you click on this delete, then it will only delete the part which is selected, that is 1638. Okay, let me try. I click delete. So you see that it did not delete the record, but it deleted the value. So I press escape to bring the value back. And now I can go and I can say delete the record. Okay, so click on the delete. And now you say you are about to delete one record. Are you sure? If you click yes, then you will be able to do it, but then you cannot undo. Remember, you cannot undo anything that you deleted. So I say no, click on the no. So that is how you can search and you can delete the record. Now, F2, you see that? So F2 is for edit. So if you want to select a value that you want to change, you can just click F2, okay? Similarly, F2. F2 is to select the value or go into the navigation mode. Now you are selecting the value. So F2 is to select the value or unselect the value and go into the navigation mode. Now let's see the next slide. I want to hide a patient ID field or maybe date of birth field. So what I can do is I can open the patient table, double click on that, okay? And now I want to hide the date of birth field. What I can do is I can click on that, maybe right click on that and say I want to hide field. You see that? Click OK, click on the hide field, that's it. Now the field is hidden. By the way, we can unhide the field. So again, right click on any column, any heading, right click and you say unhide field. So now you will see that the click and the check mark is not on the birth date. So bring the check mark on the birth date and the column is back on its own place. So this is how you can do hide and unhide the field. Sometimes we have long list of tables, long list of columns, maybe 20 columns or 30 columns, and not all the columns you are working on all the time. So you can hide them. Introduction to query. This is the heart of the database. 90% of the time people are working on the query in the database, okay? Because you have to create a table, you will be creating only one time, okay? Then you will be entering the records. But queries, you are working on the queries all the time because you want to pull some information. So query is a question that you ask about the data that is stored in the database. For example, I want to see all my patient from city Hartford. Okay, so then the computer will bring all the patients from the Hartford city. I want to sort my records. You need a query. I want to do some calculation. You need a query. I want to create a form. You need a query or a table. So, by the way, you can develop a form based on a query or based on a form, based on a table. So you can develop a form based on query or table. Similarly, you can develop a report based on the query or based on the table. You can update the table with the help of query. You can find and display records with the help of query. You can display data from more than two tables, more than one table, more than three tables with the help of query. So query is the most important topic in the database. I say 90% of the time people are working on the query. Now we will try to create a query and we will try to run. This time I will show you how to use the uh, design view. Okay, and inshallah in future I will be telling you how to write a query by yourself, okay, without the help of design view, because this design view is not available in all the databases. So you have to write the query by yourself. So we'll be learning inshallah in the next few lectures. Okay, so I can click on the create. I can go for design query. You see here design query, and I say I want to select the table patient. Okay, click on the add. Now the table is there. I can close this one. So in this patient table, so from this patient table, I want to display patient ID, the last name, the first name, and city, and email. Okay, and you see I have many columns. I did not select the phone, the birth date, and the address, and state, and the zip. I didn't. So we can pick some of the columns to display, and I can click on the run. There you go. And you see that I can select this part, double click on any place. Oops. Here, and you see all the columns are wide now. And now I can see that we have the columns, and we can, and this is my query. Oh, by the way, I can save the query so I can use it again and again. I can save the query and I can name it patient email. Okay, this is my name of the query, and this will be saved here. And you see we have a different icon for the query, and different icon for the tables, different icon for the forms and for the report. Okay, so this is what you can keep in mind. Now from this query, by the way, I'm in this query. Here I am in the table. You see that? Here I am in the table, but this is my query. Now can I find a record? Answer is yes. So I can search for patient ID 22523. Okay, and I can click on next. Oh, there you go. I found it. By the way, I can change my data in the query as well. So I'll click on the phraser and I'll type Bennett. Okay, and now I can add the email address, BENNET@example.com. Okay, so that is how. And this is when you're typing something, when you're changing something, you are in the pencil mode. Pencil mean edit mode. I click on the go down, and you see now I'm out of that. So what I can do is I can close this query. Okay, I can close this, and you don't have to save, by the way, because this is, and the query is already saved, and this data, as soon as you type, it is updated. Now I can close this one, I can close this one. Now I'm in the table patient. Okay, and can we search for the same ID? 22523 and search for that. There you go. And you see that now it's not a Fraser, it is Bennett. Okay, let's go and check for the email. Do we have the email? Because before we didn't have the email. Now we are having a Bennett, n.bennett at example.com. You see that? So there you go. So we have like this. By the way, I can click here and I can double click. So all the columns will be adjusted accordingly. What happens to this one? There you go. So we updated data with the help of query. Okay. Now we can create another query. And let me close all these tables to make the space clear. So I can go for the design query. This time I'll be using a patient table and a visit table. So I can click on the add and I can click the visit. I can click on the add, click close. Now you see we have a one-to-many relationship in this table. No problem. So what I need to do is I want to find the city. For example, I can make it a bigger size a little bit. So double click on the city and then first name and then last name and then visit date. Oh, visit date is not available here. Visit date is available in the visit table and the reason for the visit. There you go. Now I am having 2 columns from this table and 3 columns from this table. And since these 2 are linked, so I will be getting exactly, by the way, let me get the patient ID from here as well, just to show you guys. Okay. So the last patient ID is from visit table and there's no patient ID here. Okay. Let me get the patient ID from this table as well. So this is my, okay, I can bring it here. I can click and drag here before the city. Maybe not before the city. I can put it at the end, no problem. So we know that, oops, it's too far. Okay, the first patient ID belongs to the patient table and the second patient ID belongs to the visit table. We'll keep in mind. And we will see when it will display the records, it will display the same records, same patient from visit and same patient from the patient ID. Let's run it. Now you see that. So I'm getting the city, first name, last name, and date of visit, and from here, from both tables. You see that? This is from another table, and these 3 columns are from another table. And if you see, this ID is from patient, and this ID is from visit. You see? So if you see, all are matching. Even if I don't include this one, this information is exactly correct. This for same patient, is this the same visit date for the same patient and the reason for the same patient, which belongs to Sarah Torres. Okay, so I can click on the save. I can save the query as a patient visits. So in this way, I got to know about the, okay, so the Davis is visiting on such and such date and for these problems, for these reasons. And you see here, both IDs are same. So let me go to the design view and then I can remove this. I can delete, press delete, select and delete. So we have seen that the information we are getting is exactly for the same patients. Huh? There you go. So I just save the patient. Now we are having like 3 queries. Huh? Patient visits and visit query and patient email. Now I want to sort the data. Okay, I want to sort the data on the city. You see here, Hartford is there, and then we have Bloomfield, Windsor, then again Hartford. No, I want all Hartford come together. So go back to the design view, and in this one, I'll go for the city, and I say, okay, sort, I need ascending order. There you go. So save it and run it. Oh, you see, all Bloomfield patients come together. Hartford come together. Windsor come together. So we have patient from three cities. Huh? There is small issue in T here. So we can, as you know, we can fix, we can edit the data in the query as well. Now I need to, this is done. Now I need to sort data on two columns. Now I'm sorting on the first column, on the city column. So let's go to the design and I say I want to sort on the visit date as well. And but visit date should be in the descending order. You know, the latest one should come on the top. So and so city is ascending and this visit date is descending. So now I'm sorting my data on two different columns. So let's go and see. Okay, so in the Bloomfield, if you see here, I have I have this patient. So it's coming on the descending order. You see, all 2016 comes before it comes for the 2015. You see here. So 2016 is on the top, and then we are having 2015. Very nice. So we did sort data in a query as well. Now we would like to filter data, okay, from the query. So filter is somewhere here. You see the sort and filter? Let's go to the, for example, let's go to the city Windsor. So if I click on the Windsor and I say I want to display all people from the Windsor, so I can go to the filters group, click on the selection, and I say equal to Windsor. I can click OK, and now you see I can only see the Windsor. Now I can toggle the filter. I can click on that to remove the filter. There you go. And again toggle the filter because the selection is there. I can, you see that? Windsor comes back again. So okay, now I want to have select the word annual. Where is the annual? Here you go. So I select the word annual and I say selection begins with annual. Okay, click on that. Okay, so so now I am having two, Windsor and annual. You see that? So before we were having a filter on the Windsor, now a city, and now we are having a filter on the. So this is the Windsor guys who come for annual wellness checkup. Now similarly, okay, that's it for today. Inshallah, in the next lecture we'll be working on some criterias for the queries, and we'll try to have some calculation field and aggregate functions. So kafara majlis, subhanallah wa bihamdihi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.